They don't want closure. Not really, because closure requires something most people spend their whole lives avoiding: accountability. It would mean sitting across from you and telling the truth without hiding behind excuses. It would mean owning the damage, the silence, the inconsistency, the way they showed up when it was convenient and disappeared when it wasn't. And that's a weight they don't want to carry. So instead, they choose control. Control over how it ends, control over how they're remembered, control over the version of the story that makes them feel less guilty, less exposed, less responsible. That's why they leave things unfinished. No real conversation, no clear ending, no moment where everything is laid out and faced head on. Just distance, because distance gives them room to reshape it later. You ever notice how it plays out? When it's happening, there's confusion, mixed signals, moments that feel real, followed by silence that makes you question everything. And when it ends, it doesn't feel like an ending. It feels like something got cut off, mid-sentence. That wasn't an accident. That was control. Because if there's no clear ending, they can always come back and adjust the story. Now it becomes, it wasn't that deep. You took it the wrong way. I just had a lot going on. And if you're not grounded, you'll start questioning your own reality. You'll start wondering if you asked for too much, if you expected too much, if maybe it really wasn't what you thought it was. That's the trap. Not closure, confusion. And confusion keeps you stuck, waiting, replaying, hoping one day they'll come back and give you something solid, something real, something that finally makes it make sense. But read this carefully. People who avoid accountability don't come back to give you peace. They come back to regain control, to soften the truth, to rewrite their role, to walk away feeling like they weren't the problem. And if you let them, they will. They'll reshape the ending until it's comfortable for them, even if it costs you your clarity. So you have to make a decision most people avoid. You stop waiting, not because it doesn't matter, but because you finally see it clearly. Closure was never coming from them, because closure requires truth, and truth requires courage, and not everyone is built for that. So you stop asking for explanations from someone who avoided them when it mattered. You stop expecting clarity from someone who lived in inconsistency. You stop holding space for someone who couldn't hold themselves accountable, and you get real with yourself. The silence you got was the answer. The way it ended was the truth. The lack of effort was the explanation. It just didn't come wrapped in words. And that's where you take your power back, not by forcing a final conversation, not by chasing closure, but by accepting what their actions already made clear and choosing to walk forward without needing them to say it out loud. Because real strength isn't in getting the last word. It's in recognizing when the story is already finished, even if they never had the courage to say it. And once you see that, you stop looking back, not out of anger, not out of pride, but because you finally understand. Some people don't avoid closure because they're confused. They avoid it because it would expose exactly who they were the whole time. And you don't need anything beyond that.